Camera girl's working hard in the yard because that's what she does. And I'm working on the computer. I'm editing some videos today. I'm going to throw together some of our old Appalachian Trail footage. In fact, I'm going to put all of our Appalachian Trail footage together. So this will be all the footage we shot from beginning to end for about a 2-month trip on the Appalachian Trail. We started at Springer Mountain in Georgia, or Amicalola Falls, and made it all the way to Roan Mountain before we had to cut our trip short. We had planned on hiking much further than that, but life happens, and sometimes you got to cut your trip short. But this will be about 2 months of footage, and it'll kind of give you some idea of what it's like to hike on the Appalachian Trail. I've been hiking on the AT for many decades. The first trip I took, I think, was in 1990, and I hiked half of the trail. I went from Springer to what the heck is it called? Harper's Ferry. And then the following year I hiked from Harper's Ferry up to Gorham, New Hampshire. And I've hiked across Virginia maybe 3 or 4 different times. I've hiked this trip from Springer up to Roan. I've hiked from Shenandoah up to the White Mountains. I mean, I've hiked about 5,000 miles on the Appalachian Trail, a little bit more than 5,000 miles, and I have never finished the trail, which is my claim to fame. I've never hiked. I've never taken a single step on the AT in the state of Maine, so I've got that in my back pocket. But if you're thinking about hiking the Appalachian Trail, then good luck. I'm envious. It's the best thing I ever did, and it really informed a lot of how my life has gone. And I hope to get back on the trail, and maybe one day I'll even hike in Maine, although I sort of like the idea of never finishing the trail. But that's that's probably not a common aspiration, but my goal maybe is to never finish the trail, but to just keep hiking on it. But this footage that you're about to see is long, and it pretty much covers 2 months on the trail, and this is a pretty good idea of what the trail is like, or at least when I hike. I tend to gravitate away from the crowd. You can encounter a lot of people on the trail, especially if you start at the beginning of April, end of March. If you start when the thru hikers get going, and I've been in, you know, I originally started out as a thru hiker, you know, as my goal, but you know, as you can tell from the video, I'm a very slow hiker. But it can be a very social experience, or it can be a very solitary experience. The trail can be whatever you need it to be, but I highly recommend hiking. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the footage, and good luck. Alrighty, with the pack, it's 258 pounds.
Whoa, whoa, what?
258. I've been 258 without a pack on them. Alrighty, and just me alone is 220. So that's 38 pounds. So my pack is 38 pounds. Camera girl's pack weighed in at 36 pounds. And we're hoping that that will be the top end weight. We've got our packs loaded right now with 2 quarts of water each and 5 days worth of food, plus all kinds of luxury items. So 38 pounds and 36 pounds. And so starting when we start from Amicalola Falls, the pack should get lighter each and every day, and hopefully we won't carry much more than 5 days worth of food. So that's it. Ooh, and I weigh 220. This is the least I've ever weighed before I start a hike. That's good. Woohoo! Alrighty, this is the start of our hiking trip. You still want to go?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
We want to get to our first snack point, where we can get out some of our snacks and start eating. All right.
Bye, y'all.
See ya.
Okay, and cut. We're at the start of the trip here, and we've already done a loop.
Don't listen
and
to
come
him.
back to the beginning because we're lost.
We're not lost.
20 minutes into the trip, and we're right back where we started.
Why do you exaggerate?
Huh?
Why do you exaggerate?
Man, that is no exaggeration.
It's not 20 minutes in.
The first fork we came to, we took the wrong turn.
No, we didn't. I wanted to go up the base of the falls, and there were people ahead of us. We didn't want to slow those people down. We were going to catch up with them. So and your knees are getting used to this downward slope.
Yeah.
It was all part of my plan.
It's close to the 4th of July, and already my knees sound like a bunch of firecrackers.
Ooh. I don't think you should say that. We're not even at Springer Mountain yet.
No. But I've got high hopes. We've got high hopes.
Okay.
Alrighty.
145 steps. The official southern terminus of the Appalachian Trail. Getting ready for our extended trip. It took us 3 days to get to the beginning of the Appalachian Trail, but we're pacing ourselves. That's one of the golden rules. So again, thanks to everybody for everything they did to get us here. Why is the camera that close? And we're excited about the future. The future's so bright.
We're excited about the future.
We gotta wear shoes.
Okay. We went only just 4 something miles the first day and 2.8 miles yesterday, and today I think we're going to do probably about 5 or 6 miles. Feeling a lot better today. Knees are acting cooperative. Getting our strength. I think we'll do a week, I don't know, a few more days of really super slow days. Not a lot of miles, because we went for the long haul.
That is too funny. Some of these people are having a hard time.
Read it.
I forgot toilet paper, and I don't think my denatured alcohol is really denatured alcohol. Look, this bee wants to hear what I'm saying, too. Go on. After 3 days on the trail, we already smell ripe. I mean ripe. We did brush our teeth this morning, but let me tell you, I can't wait to use my little extra big Ziploc, wash out some clothes, because I mean ripe.
Man. We'll do laundry at Neil's Gap or something, man.
Dun dun dun!
Oh boy, we're gonna get a lot smellier.
You wish.
She has fantasies of washing her clothes in a plastic bag on the trail.
He comes through the green tunnel of rhododendron. Oh my God, you're gonna love this. I gotta get the work done first.
Are you getting your shorts all wet?
They're gonna have to get washed. I just haven't done it.
You're gonna get an ass freeze. This is Camera Girl washing clothes on the Appalachian Trail. This is where we're gonna set up camp tonight. I'm not sure where we're at. We just left Stover Creek Shelter. Someplace like that. We've been having a pretty good day. Rhododendron tunnels, sunlight coming through the trees. I don't know if this is Stover Creek, but it's a nice patch of water to dunk your head in. Well, I'd have to say it was a success. How was it, Camera Girl? Big thumbs up to the red beans and rice?
And the air-conditioned stream.
And the air-conditioned stream.
As our dining room.
Where are we at, Hopscotch?
Big Cedar Mountain. Makes me think and want to sing silly little songs again.
Alrighty, don't sing anymore. Alrighty. It wasn't too bad of a climb up here. This is a little bit north of Woody Gap, and there's the view. There's the view that we're getting today from Woody Gap, and we're hiking pretty good. We're feeling a lot better today.
Victory is ours.
And victory technically is ours. Alrighty, an hour into our hike this morning, and we've made it almost to the top of Blood Mountain. This is Blood Mountain Shelter right here. We've come 2.2 miles in the last 55 minutes. So this is the shelter up on Blood Mountain. There's no water here, so we didn't have any desire to come and spend the night here, although I don't think we could have made it even if we wanted to.
Yeah. But I couldn't find it. I kept going down. Oh, he had a real sweet girl, Katie, from New Zealand. She's coming up. We are now taller than Blood Mountain Shelter. Well, I guess we should actually get the beautiful view.
Alrighty, we're 1 month into our hike and we've come 40 miles.
Yeah.
Which averages...
No, 1 week, not 1 month.
Yeah.
And it's awesome! Worst part was yesterday, hiking
Thanks.
on a full stomach.
Alrighty, last night we stayed at the Walisi Inn at Neal Gap, about 40 miles from our start at Amicalola Falls. We had a nice day here with Pirate, you know, as the host, and he made us a really good chicken dinner and a nice little breakfast this morning. This is the remainder of the breakfast, you know. But we were sleeping back here last night. We had the hostel all to ourselves in this little bunk room, which you could only appreciate, you know, if you'd spent about a week camping in the woods. But it was quite functional. A little dungeon back here. See, we got our packs nice and loaded. You know, we lost a little bit of weight here in Neal Gap, and we're going to weigh our packs before we go. But anyway, we're heading back out today after a little bit of R&R here, getting cleaned up. Anything you got to say, camera girl?
Happy hiking today!
Oh, she just, I don't know what it is with the singing. Anyway, that's it. What are you laughing at? That's right. That's right. Alright, this isn't a garage sale. We're just drying our stuff out, knee braces, socks, boots. We're all hot and sweaty up here on Cow Rock Mountain. Beautiful view. Stopped and had our little bit of a lunch, getting ready for our endless quest for water. Man, it seems like all we do is haul water around. When I came through here 20-something years ago, man, it was like Waterworld. You know, it was like a set in that Kevin Costner picture. But now it's like Lawrence of Arabia around here. We're just hiking from one water hole to the next water hole, usually with disappointment. Man, we got our butts saved at one gap by some hiker maybe named Survivor Dave, who had left some gallons of water there for hikers. Man, because we were running low. We could have made it to the next place, pretty sure, but it would have been unpleasant. But man, we're doing so much better today. We're getting stronger, we're getting more beautiful. I think I'm a little smarter. And if we can find some water, I mean, what could stop us? Can you be stopped? If you had more water, could you be stopped? That's the face of determination. Alrighty. What's the name of this mountain?
Cow Rock Mountain.
Cow Rock Mountain.
AKA Walton's Mountain.
AKA Walton's Mountain. Enjoy. Alrighty. It's the middle of the afternoon. And I put up the tent in record time.
Yeah!
And we just threw everything in here. It's not in an ideal spot, and we actually have water rushing under our, would you describe, I guess our asses, technically. There is a river of water under the tent, and hopefully it won't bleed through too badly. We got our boots covered up. And
possibly our one sleeping bag outside.
really, you think so?
I don't know.
Could we have left a sleeping bag
I
outside?
don't think so. I think you have it underneath your stuff.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, it's raining in the North Georgia mountains. The forecast today, 100% rain. Buck Red Buck reporting for the Drew Network.
This is our campsite for tonight. Ooh. It's actually very peaceful. But you can see we've put talismans everywhere to keep away the evil spirits. We have our stuff scattered. The sunlight was helping to dry everything out. Hey, Chef Buck, what's for dinner tonight? Ooh, giving oxygen to the fire.
Fire.
What's for dinner?
Ramen noodles with tuna. That's what we're hoping for.
Yippee! Tuna! Brain food! Don't burn down the haunted forest. And don't burn off your beard. This is called Cheesecake Factory Site. Haven't found any evidence of cheesecake building. Not cheesecake, cheese factory site. But no. Again, how far, there you go. How far can two people stretch out all their belongings? Now you know. Dun dun dun! And yet tomorrow we will leave it as pristine as we found it. As long as the haunted forest monster doesn't get us.
Alrighty, we got rained on a little bit yesterday, but we survived. Here, camera girl, look down. So, I don't know, how many days is this we've been out now?
I think it's our 12th day. No, our 11th day. Yesterday was our 10th night of camping.
Okay, so we've had 10 nights camping, 11 days out. And I'm going to pull the camera out here because I know camera girl would be excited. We've been coming across a lot of red blackberries. And I know that in a few weeks or a month, we'll probably be coming across plenty of ripe, delicious berries, but she'll pick up a few there.
I'm gonna need 2 hands for this.
Yeah, this is the best bunch we've seen so far. Most of them have been pretty red, but this has got enough to hold us over until our next break, I think. We camped out last night
On a slope.
on a slope, trying to air our gear out, because as you could see, maybe from the last video, if I put these up in order, we got rained on pretty good. If throwing up in a tent was an Olympic event, what medal would I get?
You would get a gold!
I would
2
get a
golds.
gold, because I tell you what, man, when the rain starts coming down, I can throw up a tent.
And so now today, because everything isn't quite dried out, everything smells like molded cheese.
Ah, molded cheese. Alrighty, any parting words?
I thought those were my parting words. I'm in the middle of something important. Hey, Buck.
What?
Want to tell us a little bit about your ultra perfect way of filtering water?
Oh, we've got this here. We got a platypus, so we just find water and we fill up the platypus, and then we got some tubing that runs into a filter, and it's kind of a gravity filter. Water's been a little scarce on the trail. Better not follow me. She's doing acrobatic camera work here. But it's important that you have a little cup when you're on AT, because sometimes the water you find isn't ideal to
And Buck,
retrieve.
aka Mr. Safety, checks, inspects every cup before he puts it in the platypus to minimize the amount of big pieces of dirt.
That's right, because I don't want to clog the filter. But camera girl, aka Mrs. doesn't care if there's rocks and dirt in the water, has no concept of clogging the filter.
That is not true.
But a lot of the water you get along the trail is just like this here, just a little trickle. And sometimes you have to coax it out, you know, just fill you up a cup full at a time. Filter it. Sometimes there'll be a PVC pipe, and it'll be like a piped spring, you know, that they got rigged up. You know, sometimes it'll be a little stream with a pool of water. And sometimes it's just a little dusty bowl where there used to be water. So we got the platypus bag, and what kind of filter is this? A
Sawyer flow.
A Sawyer whatever. That's basically gravity fed. So it plugs into the bag right here. As long as it's lower, the water will feed out. It's got a little clip. You can just clip it to your bottle, and the water will just flow. Gravity will feed it down through the filter, you know, and it will slowly fill it up. It's a little orange tint to it since we made some Gatorade, and so far so good. We've been really happy with this filter. It's super easy, you know. I mean, the water tastes fantastic when you get it out of these natural springs, so it's great not to have to muck it up with iodine tablets or anything, and it's great not to have to pump it with a regular old filter. And that's it. That's how we drink water on the Appalachian Trail.
This is the stream. It's running right outside of our tent where we slept last night. Even had some rain. Another great isolated, beautiful spot. Gotta love it.
Alrighty, it's kind of a sunny day, but it's cloudy. You can hear the thunder. It's been raining off and on. Just got here to a Deep Gap shelter. This is a really nice shelter, and here comes camera girl, lollygagging as usual.
Hey, there's another one of those beetles putting his butt into the ground. Laying those eggs.
A beetle putting his butt into the ground. Camera girl is fascinated with the life cycle of the beetle. But this is a beautiful spot here, man. And there's the little cables for hanging your food away from the bears, and I guess that's a food pack. Man, this is a super duper nice shelter though. Good place to get in out of the rain. It's kind of a dark hole in here. Some bunks up there. I don't like sleeping in the shelters though. I like sleeping in my tent. You know, we always set up a tent camp because I don't know. You don't have to fool with the bugs or anything. And the mice running around. But anyway, we might be here for a while and see what this weather's going to do. And maybe cook us up a little dinner before we move on.
Yes, food. My tummy's growling.
But there you have it. A little glimpse of luxury on the Appalachian Trail. I already got some water and made up some tea. Oh, Ooh, how you feeling today?
Great, really great. I finally got a couple of the pictures I wanted of some flowers.
Man, you hear that thunder? It's been thundering all day.
Yeah, it's kept it cooler and a breeze.
It rained on us last night pretty hard, but we haven't had any long sustained rains, and the tent's doing pretty good. Camera girl is she's not looking forward to her boots getting wet.
I want to have a no blister trip.
She wants a no blister trip. It's already too late for me. But she might do it, man. She throws talcum powder on her feet every 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes. What if this was our house? Could we live here? What do you think?
Just like this? No. But it is beautiful. It really is a beautiful spot.
Well, it looks like we've decided to stay at the shelter tonight. For obvious reasons. This is going to be our first night in the shelter, I think. We've scoped it out. There's a pretty big spider over there and lots of mice signs, and there might be a leak in the roof. Are you excited about the first night in the shelter?
I'm excited that we're not walking in the rain.
We were very close to walking in the rain, but it started getting a little grayer, and we thought, well, we'll wait another minute. And that's what happens in a minute.
You couldn't be in a better spot. Beautiful, we had dinner, and now it's a very peaceful rain.
What? Buck, what flavor is it?
It's Appalachian Trail flavor. We had to come into town for more snack foods. And because it's raining.
Because we're so sweet, we'll melt.
Yeah.
Oh God, if it weighs more than the cardboard and the toilet roll, he won't take it.
Oh, you know, we're only uploading the rainbows and unicorn parts of this trip, but man, we fight constantly. Because I want our packs to be light, and she doesn't care. It's like she picks up, she'll pick up a bowling ball and say, should we take this bowling ball in case we run into
If
a
I
gust of
want
rain?
peanut butter M&Ms in my gorp, I'm freaking gonna have it. And if I want to be a pack mule and I can carry it without cramps, I'm doing it. So kiss my.
We'll see how it goes, Buddy Rose.
Go ahead, dancing machine. Tell us how it's done.
All right, the key to hitchhiking is to make sure you got on your lucky shirt. It should be clean. It helps to have a haircut. Look a little bit helpless, but confident at the same time. Don't look menacing. Give a little bit of tilt. It's important to tilt with the thumb, to go with the flow. It's feng shui. Hitchhiking is an ancient oriental form of transportation. Yeah. Did I brush my teeth this morning?
Your grill looks good, bub.
I don't understand. It's some kind of technical difficulty. I'm sure it'll just be a few more minutes. Alrighty, here we are at the Georgia-North Carolina border on the Appalachian Trail. We're about 85 miles in since we started at Amicalola Falls. And this is Camera Girl's first state crossing on the AT.
What are there, 13 states on the AT now?
13? I think it's 14. Are you excited?
Yes.
How many more are we going to get to on this trip?
I don't know. It will just depend.
Two
on
more?
What we feel like experiencing.
3 more?
I don't know.
You don't know? She don't know. But we do know that it's going to rain on us. Doesn't look like it right now. But we got to get to a shelter. We spent last night in the shelter. Rained on us all night. Very excited to get here to the North Carolina-Georgia border.
Woo!
And now it's onward and upward.
Yes.
Well, we're up on top of some mountain, some ridge. Looking down, I think that's Hiawassee there in the distance. A little bit of lakes, some clouds drifting down there. It's kind of a rough climb today. We left Georgia, went into North Carolina for the first time. It's kind of a short day. It was wet. You know, we got sprinkled on a few times, but by and large, it was a nice day. We're staying at Muskrat Creek Shelter.
With Zach and his ukulele. And
Zach and
granddaddy with his 2 sons
ukulele.
and 2 grandsons.
So we got a nice crowd there tonight, which is kind of pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, usually I'm antisocial, but I'm feeling more social tonight.
And it's peaceful up here.
We got a belly full of noodles, and we got to test out our new Gorp today. That's a pretty good day. It's been very cool, very peaceful. Should be a good day tomorrow. Well, another rainy day, but we made it to the shelter before the rain started. Just 5 miles into our hiking this morning. So we're going to hang out here a little bit and have some lunch. And this is standing Indian shelter. And then if it brightens up, dries up a little bit, then we'll climb up on a standing Indian mountain. Maybe, well, I don't think we'll camp anywhere. Man, the forest is pretty saturated, and these shelters are too nice in the rain. What do you think, camera girl? You want to stay in a shelter tonight or tent?
Too early to tell. There's a little bit of the sun coming out. No telling.
Too early to tell? And she's out of her mind.
Well, we're on the summit of a standing Indian mountain. We had a really restful afternoon and night yesterday. It rained, but we got to the shelter first. And then we just had a leisurely hike, like 1.6 miles up here. Sun's shining.
This is one of the clearest days. I think that's Hiawassee over there, where that lake is, way down over yonder. I think I can see the Georgia Mountain Restaurant.
Oh Lord, don't be talking about
Best
food.
fried pork chops. Standing in the mountain, that's all I'm thinking of is pork chops.
No, nothing could beat that granola bar and peanut butter I had for breakfast, and some of that energy bar.
Bah.
Here we are on our 20th day of hiking. There's stuff hanging up to dry over there. We got the AT drench today. 2 hours rolling down our necks, socks. Look at all that stuff. They're drying. Hopefully, there's not sun out right now, but we have faith. We have faith.
How was your first big day in the rain?
You know, it really was beautiful. It was going to be a hot day, so it was a cool rain for a couple hours. We thought the sun was going to come out.
You know, it's just been coming and going. It rained on us hard for
mile and a
2
half.
hours or something. I don't
Well,
know.
a mile and a half.
Camera girl fell on her butt hard.
You
I
didn't see it.
I only saw the damage, the big mud slick down the side of her body and all up her elbow.
I got up by myself, Buck.
And then she got up by herself, and then promptly after she fell, we had to cross some damn gully washer stream, and I don't know, we were joking around too much, but I slipped on a rock, man, and I fell, boom, smack dab on those rocks. And I swear to God, I could not get up.
Like a
I could not get
turtle.
up. I was laying there, and I was like, camera girl, come and pull me up. And she did too.
With your bad shoulder. And you didn't even wince.
No.
Go ahead, show it to us. One more time. Mm-hmm.
Do it, double up. Now notice how dirty this water is coming out of here.
You're a manly man, Buck.
with a manly scent. Alright, I'm gonna hang this crap up. Well, we're up on top of some mountain, some ridge. Looking down, I think that's Hiawassee there in the distance. A little bit of lakes, some clouds drifting down there. It's kind of a rough climb today. We left Georgia, went into North Carolina for the first time. It's kind of a short day. It was wet. You know, we got sprinkled on a few times, but by and large, it was a nice day. We're staying at Muskrat Creek Shelter.
With Zach and his ukulele. And
Zach and his
with his 2 sons
ukulele.
and 2 grandsons.
So we got a nice crowd there tonight, which is kind of pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, usually I'm antisocial, but I'm feeling more social tonight.
And it's peaceful up here.
We got a belly full of noodles, and we got to test out our new gorp today. That's a pretty good day. It's been very cool, very peaceful. Should be a good day tomorrow. Alrighty, hear that thunder moving away? Well, I hope it's moving away. We just got rained on here. Got a little wet. We've been getting wet all week. And so we're going to take a little break here. We found a little rock outcrop here. Looks like it protects from the rain. So before we head on up to Albert Mountain, we got about another half hour or half a mile of walking before we get to the tippity top. So we're going to hang out here under this rock. Make sure the thunderstorm's gone. Lord knows my backpack can't take another drenching like it did yesterday. But anyway, while we're here hanging out, I'm going to ask Camera Girl what she thinks about 100 miles on the trail. Because at our last camp, we crossed the 100-mile mark. So our trip, you know, we've gone 100 miles already with, I don't know, a million more miles to go. But what do you think about the first 100 miles? What surprised you most, or what has interested you most about this trip so far?
I thought it was interesting synchronicity that when we went 100 miles, we got our first AT drenching. It's like a christening. I mean, drenching where your shoes are going, got water running down your back. But it was cool. There was no thunder and lightning. It was a lot of fun actually being in the rain. But it was probably for 2 miles.
Yeah, you were giggling down the trail.
Yeah,
Laughing like a little girl, man. I had a scowl on my face. I was cussing. And you were laughing. And your laughing was making me cuss more.
It was funny. And we also christened our 100 miles by each of us falling on our rear ends again with a full pack. Yeah. That was interesting that on our, right around when we were hitting 100 miles, we both fall on our butts and we get a drenching for about 2 miles. Yeah, we've been getting rain all week, but we've avoided the worst part of it really until yesterday. I don't know what we did. We made some bad decisions or good decisions depending on how you look at it, but we ended up just about as wet as we could get, and we dried out a little bit today, but we're all wet all over again. So they say that if you can make 100 miles, you can do the whole thing. So I don't believe that.
So we're 100 miles in, so we should be able to do
Buck,
whatever we need to do.
So you answer your own question. So what do you think of our first 100 miles?
Man, I think we're doing well. I mean, we're going phenomenally slow, setting all kinds of land opposite of speed records.
But we're enjoying it.
But we are enjoying it. Camera Girl's living up to her name, taking a picture of every tree, every other mushroom, every other flower, every other little wiggly
We've met
wiggle.
a lot of great people.
We met some okay people. Now, we were in a shelter last night. It was full. And there was a few characters there. It was a good time, you know, especially with the weather. Everybody's just swapping stories about being soaked and stinky. And man, we're right. We need a laundromat. We're in desperate need of.
No, we don't need one anymore. This is it. This is us now for the next 3 months.
Yeah.
That's it.
I usually sleep with when we're in a shelter. I'll sleep with a shirt over my head, you know, to kind of keep the mosquitoes and stuff away. But I couldn't even put my own shirt over my head last night because I would have died. The fumes would have killed me. But that's all I'm thinking about now. I'm thinking about fried eggs, sausage, and a laundromat. But we're having a really good time, and I don't know how far we're going to go, but I see hundreds of more miles in our future.
We will walk 500 miles and...
Hey man, that's trying to get me copyrighted or something. So
Oh, sorry.
that's right. Nobody will recognize that. It coming out of your mouth, they'll never recognize it as a tune.
Well, but it'll probably take us another 5 days to get to any food or laundromat.
Well, maybe we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, what's the time on that?
5:03, sir.
5:03. That's 6 seconds too long. Nix. Morning has broken like the first. Well, we're near the top of Albert Mountain, and man, it's a monkey to climb up here. Oh, get up over this rock, camera girl. Come on. Hear that thunder? I don't know where the heck that is. And we've had to climb a rock field all the way up here.
Wow, even with the haze, you can see a long way.
Yep, I don't know. We've been humping over these hills and loving it. Man, it's been thundering for hours. These big heavy clouds everywhere. It's keeping us on our toes. And we waited them out. Lord, I didn't want to be on top of this mountain in a thunderstorm, but as you can see, the sun is shining and the birds are chirping, and it's thundering like a what? I can't think of anything that's not profane. Well, these aren't rhododendrons. What are these, camera girl? These dang plants we're under. Alrighty, so here we're coming up to the fire tower, which means it should be the summit of Albert Mountain. Oops. Is it locked up there? Can you climb up there? Well, jeepers creepers. I don't know if I want to go up there while it's thundering. Oh hell. If I was a genius, I'd leave my pack down here, wouldn't I? Pardon me? Well, I mean, usually if they're locked, you're usually locked down here, or they need some kind of stair. Looks like it might be locked at the very tippity top, but we'll see. Come on, camera girl. Throw your pack off and get up here. All right. Because if that storm starts coming this way, we got to get on from here. Whew. Wow. It's some kind of pretty up here. Alrighty. I don't know how this mucky muck is locked. Huh? Yeah. I can't see how they got this doohickey locked, but I guess it's locked. Or I ain't smart enough to figure it out. Alrighty, you ain't coming up here? Alrighty. You'll be kicking yourself if you don't come up here. So we're almost at the tippy top of the fire tower on Albert Mountain. And those humps of hills over there is what we've been going up and over all day today to get here. And you get a nice little 360-degree panorama up here. And I guess that's where we're going in the near future. And I don't know what that is down there. That must be the town of Helen, off over in the distance there. And man, we might get a closer look at that town here in the next day or two. There's some big sheets of rain over there off in the distance. And I don't know how far are we up here. We must be, heck, I don't know. I want to say we're at 4,500 feet. 5,000 feet, something like that. But that's all I got to say right now. I'm butt tired, man. You see that ring of smoke over there? I don't know what that is. Evaporation. God dang. It's a hazy day, but this is just about as pretty as it can get. Look at them big shadows of clouds on the ground. Those heavy dark clouds all around. Light clouds, sunlight. Leaves blowing. I mean, hell, this is just everything right here in one big cupful. And everything.
Today is a momentous day.
Momentous? Why
Momentous. Buck Redbuck, he's in the dark right now, called us brilliant, powerful, and geniuses.
Yeah, I did.
Yes, you did.
That's because we escaped the rain. See all that haze over there? That's rain, man.
Hey, don't jinx us.
And thunder? No, it's clear. It's clear where the weather's coming from, so we should be set for the...
Our boots are not wet. Woohoo! But look at this. Isn't this amazing?
We're on
This
Wester
is what.
Bald.
Wester Bald.
Another fire tower.
This is a watchtower, sir. This is not a fire tower.
Yeah, well, we were able to get up on this one.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's a long way down.
And Buck has helped me get up.
That's
Congratulations.
I'm exhausted, man.
We have
We just
another
see
0.8
forever.
to the shelter, and then we would decide if we will go further.
Yeah, but man, it's wet, so we might be sheltering it tonight. Here, let me get Camera Girl in here. Look at that.
Camera girl.
Look at Camera Girl way up here on this tower with her vertigo self. Man, it looks gorgeous.
It does look gorgeous.
But
yeah.
But that's where the weather's coming from, so it looks clear and sunny over there. I shouldn't even hold this phone over this thing. See way down there? I don't know if you can see that. Huh? Nah, I don't think you'll be able to pick it up from here. We don't know what those lakes are. But I wonder if that's the dang Nantahala River down there. See that little slip of water? We're gonna be in Nantahala tomorrow at the NOC.
Oh, you've decided.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, it could be the day after if we want to go in early for lunch. But look at that. Say hi, Mom. Hi, Mom.
What about Con Man?
Con Man.
Hi,
Yeah,
Con Man. Isn't
Alrighty.
this nice up here? Wouldn't you like to be up here jumping and playing?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Alrighty. Hey, everybody, and blah blah blah. And that's it. This video is long.
Okay, bye.
That's a tough one.
Huh?
I said that's a tough one.
It's a deadly tumble?
A tough one.
I don't want to have a deadly tumble. Nice little evening stroll. As graceful as a gazelle.
Alrighty, we're at the Nantahala Outdoor Center. Been here for a couple of days, packing on the pounds, eating it up, hanging out by the river, doing all the Wi-Fi camera crap, you know, and just eating a bunch of junk food. As you can see, the Appalachian Trail goes right through this complex here, right over this bridge, you know, right past this restaurant over here, and that restaurant over there. You know, you can even get a drink over at that restaurant over there. We got a shot of some folks fly fishing here yesterday. They got this obstacle course set up for kayaks and canoes. You know, this water is, this river's dam released for the whitewater rafting. So actually this thing will pick up, you know, quite a few feet here in a few hours whenever they release the dam. But we got here on Sunday, man. This place was packed. It was like Disney World in here. Had some fantastic breakfast over there. And this place over here, Slow Joe's. You know, like we're actually walking on the Appalachian Trail right now. Just by going across this bridge. You know, there's going to be a white blaze down here. Just like at the other end. But man, I swear we have eaten almost everything that's on the menu at this place. And it's all been pretty delicious. We got it cleaned up. You know, starting to feel like a human being again. See, there's your white blaze. We're going to be following those out of here today. And heading up towards the Smokies. But I don't know, I might get camera girl over here and we'll go over that menu. And maybe describe everything that we ate. I'm sure we're going to eat a little bit more.
Tacos?
Yeah, we've had the barbecue sandwich, we had the fish tacos, we had the nachos, we had the burger. We had the roast beef, we had the hummus, we had the ginger sesame noodles, we had the Spanish quinoa, we had the brownies. Okay, give me a barbecue sandwich and whatever you want.
Okay.
And then you pay for it.
Okay.
Alright, we're staying up in the base camp area, which is a collection of bunk rooms. This right here is just the showers and the dining area, kitchen facilities if you want to cook that. And there's different collections of units and bunk rooms. And lots of stairs and hills to walk around here. So you know your calves and your legs don't get any kind of break. You know, and if you want to take a rest from the Appalachian Trail to play a couple of games of tennis, you know, with your favorite country club friends, or ride on a zip line there. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but we're back here in this little hole, and we're in a unit. It's just 2 bunks, and basically, you know, you got to use your own well, they don't provide linen, so you're sleeping in your sleeping bag, and it's just a little dinky bunk. And there's no AC, you got a fan, but that's okay because it's kind of cool. And as you can see, we got what Cookie Moose called the pack explosion inside the motel room, which isn't a motel room. But we got to be out of here pretty quick, so we're going to have to load up our packs now. So, this time of year, it's mostly rafters and river folk. And just a handful of hikers. We're going to get packed up right now. And lots of little school groups.
Pitter patter of feet all through the day and night.
Ah, the pitter patter of little feet. But it's been a good stay. We kind of feel refreshed. Man, the weather's been perfect. I hate staying somewhere when the weather's perfect. Hopefully it won't rain today, because we're fresh as daisies. Alrighty, here we are on Chewa Bald, just about sunset. Kind of a hazy view here off to the east.
Clouds are turning
And
pink.
pink clouds, towering clouds, kind of nice, the sun reflecting off of that. What's the elevation here, camera girl? Huh? High. It's nice and cool. We got our camp set up here in this little hole right off the trail. You know, there's no water up here, but we brought a little bit of water. I'm coming this way. My old fire ring. There we got our packs hung up. That's what we do with our backpacks at night, you know, because we all won't fit in there with our packs. So we put everything we want in the tent, and then we just hang the pack frames up for the night in a little garbage bag. So we're going to come over here and enjoy the sunset from our bald here. There's all this little spider webs of trails everywhere around here. A lot of people camp up here, but we haven't really seen anybody today. And I haven't seen anybody this evening. It's a little after 8 o'clock right now.
Show them.
You show them. Alrighty. Down here in the valley, I don't know, the Nantahala River will be off in that direction there, but look at this, man. It's kind of hazy, but it's beautiful. And off in the distance there, the sun is starting to set. I don't know, hopefully this won't be too dark. You're going to get some photographs of the sun setting?
Just a couple. I want you in them.
Huh? We got enough photographs of me in there. I don't know what that is down there. What is that? Some kind of ranches and houses down there? I don't think folks can see that.
Sunset.
Sunset, man. Everybody sees the sunset. Let me get you with the sunset.
No.
Huh?
Get the sunset.
Yeah. The beautiful back of your head with the sun in the distance. Think I could zoom while I'm videoing?
I don't know.
I don't either. It's got a 4x zoom. Maybe. I'm sure it looks like crap. I'm sure that's annoying to anybody viewing. What do we have for dinner? Oh shoot. I think I'm still...
Granola bar with peanut butter.
Granola?
Yeah, because we had a nice rice dinner that you cooked us for lunch, so we didn't need a...
Yeah, we just got a couple days here out of the NOC, and we'll be coming into Fontana, picking up some supplies for our hump across the Smoky Mountains. And yes, Kooky Moose, we love hiking in ditches. Man, I've been complaining and bitching about the Smokies coming up. I don't know, I just remember not being too thrilled with the Smokies.
Keep talking about the negative.
Yeah, Camera Girl has suggested that we bypass them, shuttle around it, which doesn't sound bad to me. But I think we'll probably hump over it. I mean, it'll only take us 2 weeks. It'll only take us 2 weeks to hike through that. But anyway, I'm just rambling. We're just enjoying the sunset. I thought you all might like a peek at it. La 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 la. That's supposed to be sunrise, isn't it?
Yes.
Alrighty. So where we at, camera girl? What's breakfast on the Appalachian Trail like?
Mountain Bistro at the Fontana Lodge.
We're at the Mountain Bistro at the Fontana Lodge, and they got a breakfast buffet. And you know, we had to walk 2 miles uphill to get here, but I think it looks like it was worth it. Well, I've seen a lot of black bears, you know, backpacking and stuff, but I never ever saw a black bear that looked as fierce as that. That's a tourist black bear. Alrighty, we just spent 84 bucks on a bunch of Pop-Tarts and noodles. What do we got? We got, this here's dinner for one night, chicken noodles. Then we got dinner for another night. What do we got? Stroganoff. But they didn't have much of a selection, so we're gonna have chicken again. You know, we got peanut butter, we got fig Newtons. She made some gorp there. Ends up being like a $10 bag of gorp. Man, we got all these Snickers bars, cookies, ramen noodles. It's all about the noodles, man.
It ain't about healthy, that's
macaroni and cheese. Hey man, it's about the carbs. So this is us. You know, we was just in this little general store over here, which is part of the Fontana Lodge outlet. So here we are down here in our little corner, the little hiker reject corner. And we got to load up our packs, you know, with about 7 or 8 days worth of food to get us all the way to the other side of the Smokies. Yay, our packs are going to be heavier. Does that make you excited? Oh, we love heavy packs, man. We've been walking. What do we got left? We got one little packet of rice and 2 granola bars. That's all the food we've had in our packs. Our pack today. But it's time to load up and feel the pain. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, see? That's what pain looks like. Fight! This is camera girl backpacking and looking for a Miata that we and our backpacks can fit in. That's gonna be quite a little challenge.
I think we're in Ray Bradbury Village. There's so many Miatas in one place.
There we have it, the dreaded backcountry permit for hiking through the Smokies. Luckily I have a secretary who does all of my permit work. Alrighty, just walk and don't say anything. Look straight forward, serious, and don't say anything.
Well, we've filled out our backcountry permit. About to put that in the box. Buck, do you feel like this is a momentous occasion?
It's important to vote. Alrighty, now we're standing here at the Fontana Dam. Got the early mist, morning mist coming over the dam there. This is the largest dam east of the Mississippi, according to something I read by the side of the road. And there's Fontana Lake right there through, I guess this is the spillway or whatever the heck. There's the giant doors down there that they open to release the water. I don't know if you can see that. That's somebody's flotation device, it looks like. They probably got caught in the door there and crushed, and their body was washed away down this large hole, cavern into the bowels of hell. But other than the bowels of hell and this giant concrete monstrosity, this is a pretty beautiful place. There's camera girl going over to the gift shop, which is closed because miraculously we are early risers today. La 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 la. Alrighty, it's morning. I got it right this time. And the Appalachian Trail goes straight across this dam here. And then we're going to climb all up into the Smokies. Make our way to Molly's Ridge Shelter today. And hopefully there'll be water. I think we're going to be climbing for the next 10 miles. Lots of water here. Hopefully we find some up on the hill there. Well, there's our white blaze telling us to go across the dam. So here we go. Oh, oh, moaning and groaning, moaning and groaning, and a creaking pack. That's the AT. I think Harrison Ford slid down this in some movie. The lonely hiker searches for answers. Huh?
Something knob.
Oh, that's right. We're at Derek's Knob Shelter. And we spent a wonderful night here last night because it stormed. Man, was that a heck of a storm.
That was incredible. In fact, you might have got some of the clouds on film, right?
Yeah, I think I got it moving in at the very beginning.
Oh,
But it stormed for a little bit. You can see here on the roof, or maybe you can't because they got this little fiberglass sheeting to let the light in. There's a lot of debris up there this morning. We shared the shelter last night with Don. There's his pack. He's out getting some water right now. But we got some wet boots yesterday from walking. It was kind of a wet, blustery day, but we escaped most of it. What was the highlight of yesterday?
Being with you.
Yep.
Here we are at Rocky Mountain Top, not Colorado, not John Denver. So here we go.
Rocky Top.
It's Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. And look, here's the Smokies behind us. And a little rain coming in to help our already wet socks and shoes. Yeah!
It's beautiful down there. It's misty everywhere. Kind of looks like smoke. So there you have it.
Maybe this will cool down the humidity.
Here, get a picture of my beautiful face on Rocky Top.
Rocky Top. Yeah.
So is it on there?
Yeah.
Okay, then turn it on.
Okay, Grumpo. All right, go ahead.
Alrighty, what shelter we at? We're at
Double Spring.
Double Spring. And there's a deer coming up here to mess up our card game.
No, she's going to approach the deer hunter. Look at that.
Yep. So right here we got a bag of deer, and there's a deer.
Oh, and that is some awesome
right.
deer jerky. Venison jerky.
Make sure and get that roaring fire that they built too.
Oh, that's right. Look at the beautiful
See
flowers.
what fancy pants accommodations we got together.
Woohoo! Roaring fire. That's right. Good company.
Yeah.
And the deers decided we're boring.
That's it.
He said it was so cute, you know, to see that. And then after a while, of course, the big elk, you know, got just tired of him and just, you know, just took his horns, just went blink like this and just flipped that guy right on his back. The cows herd it up. If a cow wanders off someplace, the bull's got to decide, well, shall I go bring her back?
You ever been to the Smoky Mountains National Park, camera girl?
Yes, sir.
You want to go again?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, let's go. Alrighty, we're on top of what summit?
Isn't it Shasta or something?
I don't know. There's an old chimney stack. You feel like climbing another fire tower?
We will conquer all fire towers on the AT.
This is an old
should say in our
Old
tent.
one. This one's kind of
Yeah, see, this one's sort of rickety.
funky. Yep. This is the kind I slept in.
Really?
Yeah, it was not a good night's sleep. Alrighty. You gonna try to best your vertigo?
Yeah.
Dun
I
dun
will
dun.
try.
It all begins with one step. Oh, and there's another one. What? Half of them don't have what?
Even the screws in them.
You don't like the way the screws look?
Oh,
Huh?
that one doesn't have any on that side.
Where? Let me see. Huh? Well,
There.
well, you don't want to have too many screws.
Go get them. Speak for yourself. Oh, and it's shaped.
Huh?
This one isn't for me.
This one isn't for you?
Oh, my Lord.
Okay. Camera girl is saying no to this fire tower. She's not interested in the joys of the fire tower today.
I will support you in your effort. Oh, look at you shaking from here. No.
Yeah, it's definitely a weeble wobble.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
You're the man. You're the man.
Alrighty. I think that's enough. That's enough for me too.
We will conquer all the towers in our path.
I like more rails than this one has. Huh?
Obviously, I can't say nothing. You make it pretty easier.
I know. I don't know. This reminds me of something I built with an erector set when I was a kid that fell down. But
How'd you like to be the ranger who has to come up? Look, oh yeah, I'm sure it's.
huh?
sturdy.
Won't shake it? Yeah, this is a weeble wobble one. Oh well.
It stays up. It's
I
been here
don't know. I would have felt better maybe if there was a handrail on both sides.
And stairs, some of them don't have screws all on one side. All I can think is they'll slip.
Alrighty, you gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Well, I'm sorry.
That's okay. You might have saved my life.
Yeah, that's it. I saved your life.
Alrighty. What fire tower is this?
That stuff.
There it is, once more. The fire tower that we seriously considered climbing. Here's where we spent last night. Our first night in the Smoky Mountain National Park here at Molly's Ridge shelter. Now I guess I stayed here, I don't know, 22 years ago. Looks a little bit different. I think it's the same stone hut, although they've added on this little addition here, I believe. And I think most of the shelters in the Smokies have these little chimneys, fire pits, you know, because it gets cold here a lot of time of year. In fact, it was kind of cool last night. But when I stayed here before, I think the shelters used to have like a chain link fence that ran across the front of them. You know, they used to call it the human zoo because the animals could come and look at the humans in their little cage. But we spent a good night here last night. Had one other fella in the shelter. He was pretty good company. So this morning, we're just going to do up some water for some hot chocolate. Have us some Pop-Tarts. And then we'll hike on. Super short day ahead of us today. Are you excited about the super short day? Super short day?
I'm excited about the hot chocolate.
And I'm excited about the Pop-Tarts.
Tonight we're staying in the Russell Field shelter. It's a cozy little place. But we have heard from people on the trail there are bears here.
Why do you say bears like that?
Well, Buck.
Well, we talked to the guy who talked to a guy who stayed here last night that had a bear come to the shelter. And the log's full of stories about bears. And you're supposed to hang your food when you're in the Smokies anyway. And they have bear cables at all the shelters. So we're going to go hang our food right now on the bear cable. Hey, come with me, shall you? Come. Well, this way.
Come, my lady, come, my lady.
Alrighty. No copyright infringement. So, and this isn't even all of our food, because we still got to cook our dinner yet. So we got our dinner in there still. But the bear cables, I guess they're at all the shelters in the Smokies, and we found cables at a lot of the shelters outside the Smokies too. But in the Smokies, you know, the bears, they're used to, you know, no matter how careful people are, you know, bears associate people with food. And there's a story in here about some guy got his pack stolen by a bear, but you know, that's like an urban legend. Who hasn't heard that story? What backpacker, who hiking on the Appalachian Trail hasn't heard the story of the backpacker that got his backpack stolen by a bear?
At least it wasn't on him.
Has that ever really happened? Or is that an urban legend? I don't know. But anyway, we need to be careful not to leave our packs around. But these are the bear cables. Now when you're hanging your food from a bear, you know you're supposed to hang it at least 10 feet off the ground and 4 feet away from the tree. But you don't have to think about it, you know, when you're using these cables. So we're just going to tie our bags together. Boom. And then they got these little hooky-doos there. And then you just hoist your bags up.
Buck, but you're doing it fake. Tell them what you really do.
Yeah, this is kind of like an abbreviated version of what we do. Because in addition to just putting our bags on the bear cable, you know, we also put them in a plastic garbage bag and put them up there. Because I've seen people do this, you know, if it rains in the middle of the night, then the next day they got, you know, a soaking bag, you know, full of water and wet food, although we got our Ziploc and everything anyway.
Plus, we had folks that hung it just like this, and the vermints got it, the little squirrels.
Yeah, still got my stuff. But no, go back. I want to demonstrate. I want to demonstrate how this would work if a bear actually came. Yeah. See, like if I was a big bear, trying to get this look.
Or a slee stack.
I couldn't get the food, you know.
But if you didn't clamp this, which some people do, they do pull on the cables and bring it down.
I've heard that. They've said that, you know, the bears, you know, because bears are smart, I guess. But anyway, that's what we do with our food in the national park, because we don't want, you know, we don't want the bears to get our food, and we don't want a G-man to come by and give us a big ass fine. That's the main thing. It's all economics.
Yeah, you do this in every place we go with the plastic bag for vermin, rain, and the bears.
For the packs. Why would make bears sound so scary?
That's a slee stack.
Anyway.
I don't know why you're talking about bears.
We got to go cook our dinner now. Come on. And that's what it looks like in all its garbage bag splendor. Well, we left Double Springs Shelter this morning, headed out at about 7:15 on our way up to Clingmans Dome. Looks like we might get a frosty view up there this morning. It was pretty cool last night. Down in the 60s for sure. Have my summer weight sleeping bag and had on my britches and my socks. And it was still a little chilly. But had a really good camp last night. And looks like we got 0.3 miles to Clingmans Dome. And Pop-Tarts. I'm gonna stick to the trail. The camera girl's just gonna climb random rocks, I guess.
Wait a minute. Why does that say over there?
Oh.
I thought this is where we were supposed to be careful and not go by the road.
Looks like I'm going on the wrong trail. Okay, I don't know if we want that on video.
There's a white blaze up here and more on this rock.
Alrighty. Thanks for emphasizing my misdirection. But I'm not a natural cameraman the way she's a camera girl.
It's not all cloudy, it's peaceful.
It's pretty hazy.
Still beautiful in the breeze. And you keep smelling pines every once in a while, which is nice. Or conifers.
Alrighty. Well, we didn't make it early enough for a clear view up here at Clingmans Dome. But we got a bunch of haze and clouds. And hopefully not too many rain clouds, but I think we might get some rain today. The forecast is for some scattered showers, so hopefully we'll avoid it, but we'll see. Excuse me. And there we are. Alrighty, there's the standard breakfast of Pop-Tarts, but we are in a non-standard location. We are on Charlie's Bunyan. It's about 7:45, and I think we're, well, I'm pretty sure we're the first people here today. It
goes down.
It goes down. It's a slightly misty view, but it'll clear up here in a little bit. We might be here for a little while. We've only got, what, 7 miles to do today?
I think it's 7.7 plus 0.5 to the shelter.
7.7 plus 0.5 to the shelter. What you got there, strawberry?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pop-Tarts on Charlie's Bunyan. Pop-Tarts, it's a beautiful day. Pop-Tarts on Charlie's Bunyan. Happy, 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 happy. Can't rhyme that with day. Yeah, like I said, it's 7:45. It's 7:45, man.
Mm-hmm. And we got a sunrise picture.
Yay!
It was very pretty.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of those.
No.
But we could have gotten 2 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
We're like joining the 7 a.m. club. We're getting up and hiking at the crack of day. Oh, like that?
Yeah.
Okay, now hit the button and turn it off. Alrighty, here we are up in a ridge line on the Smokies. I don't know, we're probably about a dozen miles or maybe a little more past the hell was that gap? Newfound Gap? And as you can see, the clouds are moving across the top of the ridge here. Got some sunlight trying to come through. A little bit of rain threatening. I don't know if you're going to be able to make out all that mist or not. But it's been a beautiful hike this morning. Going through some great pine trees, running along this ridge line. Not looking forward to being way down there. We got an early start and we're knocking it out, and we'll be drying off our boots and socks and I don't know, maybe having some cookies.
We got a sunrise picture today. Beautiful.
Sunrise.
With some color to it.
We've seen like 2 sunrises this trip. We got all the time in the world. Take off your shoes.
Oh, you want me to come out the
Gorp. What is it?
Gorp.
This is the passing of the Gorp.
Which includes the honor sesame sticks.
Alrighty, here we are tonight at Cosby Knob Shelter. It's about 2 in the afternoon, so kind of an early day for us. You know, the forecast has been for thunderstorms. We had a close brush with some thunderstorms yesterday, but we managed to evade them. We got a little damp, you know, our feet have been damp all week. You know, we got bathtub feet, we're saying. But we're here in Cosby Knob Shelter, maybe our last shelter in the Smokies, I think. And they've been having some bear activity at this shelter. They put these little warnings up, you know, where they've had some bear conflicts in recent days. But the funny thing is, the last time we were at one, you know, we had a pile of rocks. You know, we come into the shelter and we find this pile of rocks. There's one there. There's somebody's put a pile of rocks here. You know, and somebody's got some rocks lined up right along the wall here. So I guess if a bear comes in the middle of the night or whatever, they can holler and throw some rocks at him. How's your throwing arm, camera girl?
I will not throw at the bear.
Damn pacifist. Alrighty, here we are. What day is this on our trip? Huh?
39, I think.
This is our 39th day, maybe. I don't know. I think this is our 7th day in the Smoky Mountain Park, and we're heading down towards Davenport Gap right now. So this will be it. This is our nice little view.
Oh, this is spectacular.
Heading out. And maybe we'll be at a hostel tonight, taking a bath. Alrighty, well, we've come a long way down. We've dropped a few 1,000 feet in elevation, and it's hotter than hell now. But I didn't see a sign for exiting the park, but there's Interstate 40. It's 40, right?
Yeah. Up
ahead, so we've obviously exited the park. So the Smoky Mountains are in our... Oh, I wish I had had the camera on. The Smoky Mountains are in our rear view mirror now. So what did we had 7 days in the Smokies, 7 nights?
I think so.
Something like that. When was the last time we had a shower?
Oh, 10
Fontana
days.
Dam? Nah, so it was like 8 days ago at Fontana. So I think there's going to be a hostel a mile or so away from here. And I think we're going to get cleaned up.
The AT to the right, the gravel road to the... I think
The AT's here. There's the Blazes right there. It goes across this bridge. We got to go across the river.
You sure this isn't the road right here?
I'm positive we got to go across this river.
Okay.
See, camera girl starts thinking, and then we start getting lost. Huh? See, that's the Pigeon River. So we got to go across this bridge, across the Pigeon River. Ah, Lordy, don't you want to jump in there? Man, if we weren't heading toward a hostel, we'd be camping around here. Alrighty. We could go to Knoxville or Asheville, but I think we're going to stick on the AT for a little bit. There's Interstate 40, and the AT goes right under it, and we are well north of the Smoky Mountain Park now. Didn't see an exit sign for the park, didn't even see an entrance sign for the park, but we are out of it. There's our white blaze telling us to head under the highway here, interstate, and onward north. A few hundred more miles, I hope.
Probably hard to see. There's I-40. We just came up these stairs that we were cursing, and then we found
cussing the stairs, and then at the top of the stairs we find a bag
that
says Trail Magic from Tarzan
and
Jane's mama and friend.
What's in it? What's in it?
Looks like we got 2 bottles of water, still cold. Oh. An assortment of chocolatey pretzel cereal bars, mint candies,
and
bandages. It's kind of like an emergency trail magic kit for the trail. So I think we should take a break here and have a little water and something to eat.
Woohoo!
Smile! Yay! That's where we're going. Alrighty, here's the kitchen facility here at Standing Bear Farm. They got a little microwave down there, some propane burners. Camera girl's gonna microwave us up some burritos. Got us a little PBR. Tastes pretty good. Some sweet stew chicken and dumplings we're gonna have for dinner. But I mean, this is a nice little space to relax and cook your chow and hang out. Got a little creek that runs through the property here. You know, if you're lucky enough to be in the mountains, then you're lucky enough. And that's how I feel today. Let's see, I guess this is the computer access. I don't know. $1 for 15 minutes. I'm not too confident that this computer is going to work. But that's alright. We're staying up in the bunkhouse over here. You hear that thunder up there, so it might be a good night for it. I guess PBR is the beer of choice around here. Here, let me open the beer cooler real quick so everybody can see the beer of choice. But there's plenty of books around here. Just had a shower. A super duper cold shower. This is the front porch of the little hostel we're staying at. We already had our shower and threw our towels in there. We got a selection of reading material. This is the bunkhouse here. You know, we came down in elevation from the Smoky Mountains today, and it heated up, boy. It's hotter than, well, it's just hot down here. I mean, it was super cool up in the mountains. You know, everybody's saying, oh my goodness, you know, feeling sorry for us for hiking in the heat of the summer, but it's actually been pretty cool. But when we get down here to where the rivers are in the valley, but I mean, look at this stove here. It's a nice little wood burning stove. Whew. And that's going to be my bunk tonight, and that's going to be Camera Girl's bunk tonight. And that's a little cabin right there, but somebody's staying here tonight, so we couldn't stay here. So we're in the bunkhouse, but that's where we're at, Standing Bear Farm. A nice little hostel, just north of the Smoky Mountain Park. That's what you see when you first come up here. As you can see, we have decorated the tree with our clothes. They're not clean clothes, you know, but they're smelly, so we're keeping them outside. We got our boots airing out. Whew. But man, it feels good to be cleaned up. I got my socks over here in the river somewhere with the water washing over them. Hopefully that'll clean them up a little bit. And I already had a shower. They don't have a bathroom around here. They got a privy. So in a way, it's a lot like being on the trail. I might get Camera Girl over here and we'll play some horseshoes. I don't know. I might hold off on the privy and wait till I get back out in the woods. But it was just cold water, you know, for the shower. So I had a quick shower. Boom, right there. It's just a stall. And that's where the magic water comes out of. But this is an awesome place. It's rustic as hell. You know, we saw a bear this morning at the, what is it, Cosby Knob shelter. Bear came up to the shelter, a little one. It already had a tag in its ear, which meant that it had been to the shelter before. So it was something of a problem bear. So if it keeps up that behavior, it won't last. But that's the side of the hostel there. This is just a really homey, unique little property. I mean, this is the kind of place I love to stay when I'm on the trail. And they got some supplies that we can buy that'll get us up to hot springs. And it's on an honor system. So when you come up in here, you know, you get to choose whatever you want, you know, and then you just fill out an envelope and pay, you know, when you're all finished. You know, pay here. So you come in here and you buy whatever you like, get it out of here and just write it down on your envelope, and you know, you pay your fee for the hostel, and then you just throw it in there when you're ready to go. So super cool. Looks like an awesome place. I'm gonna go eat chicken and dumplings now. Well, we're on top of Snowbird Mountain, climbing up out of Davenport Gap. Left the hostel this morning, the Standing Bear Farm, around 10 o'clock. Had chicken and dumplings and burritos for breakfast. And that's like I just climbed a mountain. I don't know what it's like. Man, look at those clouds over there. It's pretty awesome. I don't know, we're thinking of trying to make it up to Max Patch tonight, but I don't know if we're going to make it that far, starting out at 10 o'clock. And feeling as lethargic as we are. That lady look familiar. AT goes off over that grassy hill over there. And here's our wonderful, beautiful packs. taking a breather from our backs. And we're just two pack mules wandering around. That'd be a good outtake for a science fiction movie, I reckon. Something with Jodie Foster.
Try to look at my hand.
Huh?
Don't try to look at my hand.
Alrighty.
It's just a chimp.
Well, we spent a pretty damp night at Groundhog Creek Shelter. Not our goal. We were hoping to make it to Max Patch, but it's just as well we didn't. Since it rained most of last evening and during the night, so it would have been pretty wet up on Max Patch, and especially breaking camp this morning. So I was glad we were in a shelter last night, even though this is a pretty trashed shelter. It's kind of unfortunate, you know. A lot of people have come and left a lot of trash here and not taken very good care of it. We're pretty damp and sour smelling, kind of funky. Looking forward to getting to hot springs. Camera girl's doing her morning routine with the water and the toothbrush. Thank you for that, camera girl. Now, I'm not a privy guy. In fact, I kind of avoid the privies. A lot of the shelters have privies. This is kind of a weird one, a strange looking one. I don't know, is this indelicate to do a video of a privy? Look at this dang thing. It sort of looks like the, something about it reminds me of the robot from Lost in Space. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'd rather go in the woods. But it's about 8 o'clock in the morning. You can hear the rain, or I don't know, maybe you can't, but the rain is pitter-patting through the trees. I don't think it's rain though. I think it's just residual water falling from the trees. See, I got my headlamp on. Even though it's light out, man, you need a headlamp in that dang shelter. No matter what time it is, it's like a black hole in there. But we were happy to be in that black hole last night. Lots of trees falling, loud crashes in the night. A lot of mouse activity in there, looking around at all the shredded paper and nests in there, but we didn't hear any mouse activity really. Frogs jumping around, pitter patter of the rain. It was a good night because we were semi-dry. So we're getting up damp, and we'll just hike north today. We got about 23 or 25 miles to get to Hot Springs, so Might have a couple more nights out. And then we're gonna get some hot showers. And the camera girl was saying she's having fantasies of sitting down in a restaurant and ordering a meal. Man, and I am too. This is our little hobo jungle. Time to break camp. But here we are on the edge of Max Patch. Kind of been a wet day. Got a late starting to rain. But it's nice and clear up here. Beautiful clouds, maybe some rain on the horizon. But we've stopped up here in this great grassy bald. Going to have us a little bit of a picnic. Enjoy us a little bit of Kool-Aid and crackers and crying babies and clouds, and I don't know, it's just a beautiful spot. But it's hot, and our poor little lily white skins won't take too much of this sun. But the peanut butter was calling, and it's too clear and pretty up here.
Yep.
Not to stop. This is just one of the nicest spots on the trail. Kind of unique. You know, from when you start at Springer, you know, this is the first real wide open spot you get to. It's one of my favorites. And it's our little special spot, huh? That's right.
It is beautiful.
But I guess we better eat quick before these clouds open up. Although it's starting to look really nice. It's supposed to rain, but beautiful flowers, beautiful bugs. It's just a beautiful day. And there's a beautiful lady right there. A couple of nice pair of sticks. Why, he's still looking. So, been keeping track of our miles and days with the guidebook. And we're camped right outside of Hot Springs. We'll be getting into Hot Springs tomorrow. And today was day what?
43.
Day 43.
We started at 9:30 and we stopped at 7.
Yeah, we had a long day today. Started off misty morning. What did we do? Climbed a bunch of hills. Man, there was a bunch of groups out today, kids. Getting on my nerves, man. Come all the way out here to the Appalachian Trail to listen to the youth. But I'll be less grumpy after I get some coffee tomorrow.
Food.
What do you want most in Hot Springs?
I want our clothes clean, me clean, and to be able to not sweat for 5 minutes after I'm clean.
Yeah, I want that too, and maybe a barbecue sandwich.
Oh, I want food.
Yeah.
I want food.
Maybe a White Russian too. Alrighty. There we are. somewhere. What's that, Hot Springs?
Yeah.
Be there in the morning. Alrighty. We're just coming off the trail and probably hiked a couple of miles from our campsite, and we're coming into Hot Springs, following the little AT markers along the sidewalk here, looking for something to eat. Smoky Mountain Diner. Sure, we're gonna give that a go. We heard some good things about that. I'm sure I ate there if it was here 20 years ago.
Hey, that's a cool little fence.
Hey, look at that. Camera girl thinks that's a cool little fence.
Hey, Laura, love that.
Alright, our first stop is going to be at the Dollar General. Why is that, camera girl? What's your master laundry plan?
My master laundry plan, everything that I have, is going to be washed.
So
I'm going to get me a cheap shirt, maybe a cheap pair of shorts. Everything else is getting washed.
okay. She wants to wash all of her clothes, so she's going to buy some more clothes to wear while she does laundry.
They'll go in the hostel box. You won't even go into a restaurant with me because you know you're so right.
Man,
I was ready to go into a restaurant.
is she getting on me for being considerate? I don't have any clean clothes to wear, and I smell like I've been wallowing in a pig pen.
Well, there's that.
Well, there's that. I wonder if I need to shave. What do you think?
I think you should let me trim it.
I know. I'm looking kind of homeless.
Hey, big man. Open that up for me. So you have a clean girlfriend.
Oh, okay. Alrighty, we're at the Smoky Mountain Diner. And Lisa's having some serious problems.
I can't just stop. I'm so hungry, I can't just stop.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to go for a 12-ounce burger or not. 12 ounces might be even a bigger burger than that. Probably give me a stomach ache, huh? But anyway, we heard a lot of good things about the food here. I don't know, it's hard to decide. So we got the first meal in Hot Springs.
Corn relish.
Corn relish, pinto beans, what's that, turnip greens, beets, fried green tomatoes, cucumbers, something, cornbread, and then I got the special pulled pork. Are you happy?
I'm getting there.
It's a good day to be in town. Alrighty, we're at the Spring Creek Tavern. Gonna get us some stuff and some beer.
Perfect, thank you.
And we are out of Rocket Girls.
Like I said,
this is a really good one, way heavier, and it's out of Asheville.
I just wanted to say Rocket Girl.
Okay.
What do you got?
Agave wheat. You didn't get to try that one.
That's right. I was greedy.
Smell like a blue man.
I was gonna say I'm gonna try that. That does
This
look
one's a
thicker.
really good middle ground. I think it's not, it looks thicker though than really one of those. Okay.
Yeah, that's a manly something or other, which I don't want.
Yeah.
That's more manly for me. Huh? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Alrighty, so we're still doing this because it's still doing this. So lucky us. I don't know, that's how big my hand is. I don't know if you can tell. I don't know if is that an appetizer? I don't know. That's what camera girl looks like without a pack on.
I'm gonna jump.
Don't do it! Bluff Mountain Outfitters. You know, that's a good place to resupply here in Hot Springs. They had a lot of groceries. You know, just the kind of stuff that we like to put it on packs, you know. So between the Dollar General and the foods they had in here, you know, we got plenty of good resupply. Hey Kooky Moose, I just left Bluff Mountain Outfitters again. Didn't see Wayne there. Again, although I left him another message to tell him that Heald said hey. And I did meet Tom there, and he remembered you. I guess you worked there. I guess you worked and lived everywhere along the trail since you're an 18,000 million miler. But I think we're gonna get us some coffee and food again and then head out of town here. That's what am I saying? What are you doing? Alrighty, we stayed at the Alpine Court here in Hot Springs. That's where we did our cleaning up. Just loaded up our packs with all our new food. Our packs feel like what?
It feels a little heavier.
It feels a little heavier?
Yeah.
But I think I stayed here at the Alpine Court, I don't know, a long time ago. The first time I came to Hot Springs, I stayed at the Jesuit hostel, which doesn't exist anymore. But we decided to go hostel free this time, you know, kind of to treat ourselves. Was it a treat?
It's a treat, but you don't meet the interesting characters.
That's right, we were the interesting characters here at the Alpine. There's the public library. We spent a lot of time there on the computer, although YouTube was blocked. YouTube is not an acceptable site.
No, it was
At the Hot
blocked
Springs
because
Public
they didn't have a powerful enough network to allow you to download videos. It wasn't,
That's right.
yeah, that you couldn't do any videos. Hey, but
Not
they
enough
had
power.
But they had great books on the Appalachian Trail flora and fauna, which was great.
That's right. Flora and fauna, that's what it's all about. Alrighty, one more time. This time with the chili cheese fries. What'd you say?
Georgia.
Well, there's Hot Springs down there. In between us and the setting sun. I don't know if you'll be able to see it with the glare coming off the sun. There's the French Broad River. And here we are up on an overlook. Just hiked out of there at 7 o'clock. See, we can almost see the nachos we left behind. Oh well, we'll have a nice camp somewhere here in the next 15 or 20 minutes. And say goodbye to town and get ready to say hello to the next town sometime in the future.
Great folks at the Spring Creek Tavern.
Yeah, best place to eat in town, I think.
Yep.
Oh well, really nice stay. Time to get back into the what?
To hiking.
Into the hiking.
So we can camp. Let's go.
Alrighty, we had a good night in the tent last night. Probably got my best night's sleep in the last 3 nights. Left Hot Springs at 7 o'clock, had us a hamburger, hit the road, made it to the top of the hill. Outside of town, we can still hear the traffic and the town sounds below. We can see it through the trees. Doesn't look like you can through the camera. Hear the French Broad River down there. But man, it got cool last night up here. Set up camp probably about 8:30 last night. Right when the sun was setting. But we're gonna break it up today, you know, pack it all up and head on down the line. Can't wait to start sweating. Yay!
Ooh, buck. Watch yourself.
Here, come here and get these tadpoles.
Oh, little tadpoles.
Step, Bobby Ray.
I don't know if I can get the tadpoles. Because there's a bit of a glare. And if I go over any further, my pack's going to put me in the water. We can see the water moving.
They ain't as active as they were. I don't know, but there's a few brim in there, and I think that's a bass over there by that rock. Air Ray was asking about fish, so this is one of the few spots along the trail where I guess you could catch a fish and eat him up. You see a couple of hand-sized ones in there. Wrap them up in some tin foil or mud and throw them on a fire. Done that before. Not out here, but it's kind of peaceful. Hummingbirds flapping around here. Frogs jumping in the water. It's kind of murky water. But interesting. Alright, are you going to play around here for a bit? I'm going to head on up.
You enjoy yourself. I think we've entered Jurassic Park. I need a glass of water. Look at the vibrations.
Well, the trail used to be on gravel roads a lot more. Used to be on paved roads more. I mean, back in 1990, when I was hiking it, there was a little more road walking. But over the years, they've been taking it more and more off of these old back roads and
Taking it off the streets.
all right. But yeah, it changes a little bit. I remember, I think used to be like 900 and something miles to Harper's Ferry. Now it's what, 1,019, something like that. That's purple. Alrighty, we're up here on the Rich Mountain Fire Tower. Beautiful sunny day. Missing hot springs. Wish I had a plate of nachos right now. This fire tower here isn't as tall as the other ones. The door was open up here, but I guess they used to keep it locked. And then there's barbed wire out here. The only thing I could think is that was to keep people from climbing around the door. I don't know. It's got kind of a Stalag 17. Is that what it was called? Stalag 17? Something feel to it. Anyway, there's my little, what's it called? My tent. What is that? My ground sheet drying out. And I guess that wood down there is the old door. But
No, that's the wall they pulled off of it.
there's a cell doohickey, so we were able to get a signal up here. But a beautiful clear day. Gonna hike on and camp somewhere tonight. Try to lighten up our packs by eating as much food as possible out of them. We just polished off a bag of combos. You got another bag of combos, camera girl?
I have one more.
Yay, combos!
Oh, you want to put that up?
Sure. Well, we had us a campsite of no-see-ums last night, and had a semi-late breaking of camp this morning. Now we're crossing here at Allen Gap, and according to the guidebook, I think we have us a nice little 5 or 6 mile climb to get back up on the ridge line.
Then there'll be a fire tower to climb.
And then another damn fire tower.
Hey, and we're gonna hit 300 miles today.
Huh? Think so? 300 miles with our climb from Amicalola included. But actually, technically, we're at 286.5. Heading north from the AT, but you add our 8 from Amicalola and whatever we do today, and we should be clicking that odometer over the 300.
At the next shelter.
That's right. So let's get on with this exciting climb. Okay. Alrighty. I think I'm ready for another piece of candy. What's the best candy to eat while you're hiking?
I want to get that spider.
Huh? What spider?
The coffee.
What do you mean? What do you mean you want to get him? He won't show up on this video.
That's right. So I need the macro setting.
That's right. Camera girl at work. Coffee and hot chocolate. Get going on the day. How's that sound? A little, what is that?
Mocha.
A mocha. Well, we had a make-do camp last night. Set it up almost in the dark. You know, just barely beat the rain. How was it, camera girl?
We beat the rain. We stayed dry.
Yep.
Things stayed dry except, of course, the tent.
Yep. We're definitely in some ambush camping spot right here. Had to beat down the bushes and just find the best flat spot we could, but stay dry. It's cool this morning though. Gonna have to break camp, get going, get somewhere and dry out a little bit, then the gear. That's some old structure. Oh, near where our little bushwhack camp is. There's an old trail leads down to a spring down on the AT. Probably about a few hundred yards down the slope there. Well, we were up at that set of fire towers.
Those are cell towers.
Last cell towers, yeah, it was sort of misleading, so we didn't get no kind of view up there.
They didn't let us in.
Yeah, we ended up being there too late, having to hike out almost at dark, almost getting caught in the rain, and our little outlaw campsite is back there in the bushes somewhere. And it was kind of a rainy, blustery, gray day, so we just stayed there another day, and now we've crawled out of our tents like little varmints, and we're gonna get us some water from somewhere and head back to the camp. There's some cliffs around here. I think we're gonna go maybe take a peek at the cliffs without our packs on before we come back. Over this way here. That's where those towers are. But they're in the mist now. Should be up over that way.
Those dreaded cell towers that wouldn't let us in. Bye-bye, Buck. Bye-bye.
Alrighty.
I don't want ants in my pants.
Nope. That's a good goal. Got a little Edgar Rice Burroughs action going on here. Or maybe it's Stephen King's The Mist. You better watch your step, man. You gotta cook dinner tonight. Yeah.
The magic's coming in.
Yeah.
Or the aliens.
I hope the wind sound will actually show up on the video this time. Nice and blustery up here. Is that creepy or beautiful? I can't decide.
I think it's beautiful.
Alright, beautiful it is.
Not aliens.
Ooh. We had a day walking around on the cliffs. Doubled back to get some water. And we're spending a second night here in our little bushwhack shelter. Our little bushwhack campsite. Hell, our tent's still a little wet from last night and this morning's rain, even though it's been all day without rain. But we ended up just eating all day, lounging around. Hell, I don't know. I guess it's dinner time now.
Oh, we are king of the world.
Huh?
We're king of the world.
You are. I'm just a dude. Alrighty. We're up on the ridge line north of what was it? White Stack Cliffs and Black Stack Cliffs. We took the Blue Blaze Trail out to Black Stack, but I don't know, the views weren't as good as White Stack. Now this little section here has a bad weather trail that goes around it if it's raining or inclement, but it's definitely clear enough today. Look down in that valley there, full of mist, cloud, smoke, whatever you want to call it. See, that valley over there is full. This valley over here is not full. Oh, it has a very alpine feeling up here. Beautiful way to start the day. Lots of rocks, lots of boulders. Very prehistoric trail this morning.
There's one more even higher than this one, but this one's great.
Oh. Holy smokes. It's about 9:30. Alrighty, where are we at? We're at Flint Mountain Shelter. We got our clothes on a line over there. The sun's out now, but we hiked in the rain for how long today?
I think from 1 till 3:45.
Yeah, so almost 3 hours walking in a steady downpour. But other than the stuff we had on, our gear and clothes are pretty dry. Camera girl's cooked up some dinner and now she's filtering up the water like a good hiking partner should. How is it?
I don't know yet.
But we're definitely gonna stay in the shelter tonight because it's too dang wet anywhere else. Can you see that mosquito? Probably not. I think we're gonna have mosquito issues tonight. Legend has it that there's a beast that lives in these parts. Okay.
It was serene.
See the top of the mountain? Over the edge of those clouds over there? And the mist over here? Get that over there. I don't know if it'll show. We stayed in, what shelter were we at last night?
Mountain.
No.
Hog something.
Oh, okay, we were in Hogback Mountain Shelter, and we fought a losing battle with the mice. But we're up on Big Ball today. What day is this for us?
I think it's 52.
52. This might be our 52nd day out.
We're out here all by ourselves.
Yeah. I'm sure the wind is going to sound like a hurricane through this speaker. Man, and it's cold. Ooh, it's chilly, but Willoughby. You know, people are feeling bad for us, you know, because we're hiking in the summer. I think I said that before, but I think we were at Jerry Cabin Shelter, and the temperature on the gauge there was 62. And that was in the sunlight. You know, up here, it's probably low 60s right now up here. But we've probably been hiking in 50-degree weather today. If we stay up here much longer, we'll probably have to pull our jackets out. So we're on Big Bald, and we'll go up over Little Bald, and we'll probably go down a little bit and camp for the night, because we don't want to spend another night in the shelter, because we can't fight the mice 2 nights in a row, and it's cold. Did I mention it's cold? Did you almost fall? That's good. Shit, I did. I almost fell. And I think I used the dreaded S word on our family video. Okay, maybe I'll put the camera down for this part. We had a pretty wet camp last night. Had a good downpour for a few hours. Some semi-leaks in the tent, but not too bad. So we're drying out slightly. Getting a little late start today, but not too bad. By and large, I would say we were medium dry. You Owen? Huh? I don't think so.
What is that?
I don't know. Somebody's garbage. Somebody's garbage. We're on High Rock, which is sort of semi-high. Oh. I'm probably about a dozen miles outside of Irwin. Something like that. I don't think we'll get there today though. It's a lawn chair? Somebody decided to come out here lounging. Whew. Talk it up. That's drying out a tent 101 right there. Oh, looks like the sun's come out a little bit. And we're at No Business Knob Shelter, just on the south side of Irwin. So we'll probably tent out somewhere here tonight. It's getting around 6 p.m. Go get some water, cook up some noodles. Yay! Look how peaceful this is here. We didn't see anybody on the trail today. One lone day hiker. So that makes me happy. Ooh, hear that? Mosquito buzzing. Alrighty, coming off the trail here in Irwin, we spent a night here at Uncle Johnny's Hostel, right here along the Nolichucky River. But we stayed in a little cabin. It was a pretty good deal. Alrighty, me and camera girl spent a little bit of time back here on the computer in this little hole. Got some videos uploaded. Now we're just about ready to hit the trail. What are you saying?
I'm going to the campsite.
Okay. Now the hostel was just a regular bunkhouse, but they've got these cabins, you know. And if you're hiking, you know, as a couple, man, it was a great deal. This is the one we stayed in. Oops, they haven't got it locked up yet. So we stayed in here. You know, you had linens and a little mattress, fridge, blah blah blah. They had free shuttles into town, so we were able to do our resupply pretty quick. You know, shared baths and showers and all that stuff. But camera girl wanted me to make sure and show this here. She really liked this for some reason, I guess because she said it was like a saloon door, you know, when you went into your shower. I don't know, I didn't think it was that interesting, but she thought it was video worthy. And after a few months here backpacking with camera girl on the Appalachian Trail, I have definitely learned to do exactly what I'm told to do. A hot dog with chili, mustard, onions, ketchup, slaw, bacon, tomato, cheese, and a chicken tender.
What's the verdict?
I'd order it again. Everybody knows we're hikers because of our footwear. This is a kind of a cool library. It looks like the library is the old train station. So camera girl likes to go into the library in these towns and researches all the flora and fauna. I think today she's going to research the heck out of some mushrooms and trees and frogs and some super duper great old houses in this town. Some interesting structures, a lot of friendly people. Love the old part of town, downtown Main Street. Some interesting businesses there. I've spent not a whole lot of time in this town. In the past, I've started a number of hikes here, but this is the most time I've spent in Irwin, and it's kind of been really worthwhile. It's one of the good things about having a methodical pace while we're hiking on the AT. And you know, I'm really enjoying these little excursions into these trail towns and the areas along the trail as much as hiking on the trail. You know, it's the whole experience, getting out and just encountering these different lifestyles and talking to these people that live in a manner that, you know, isn't the same as what you encounter, you know, in your own hometown. I mean, there's a lot of similarities wherever you go, but there's a lot of differences too, and I'm attracted to the differences.
Buck, what are you having?
Reuben.
Alrighty, it's about 6:45 in the morning. Time to start the daily routine, you know, do the breakfast stuff. And that
Get it
camera
going.
girl's still reading her book. Thinner, you know, she's excited about her weight loss, so she's reading all kinds of diet books. Getting our little pot of water going for our mocha. This is what we do. We usually mix up a little bit of coffee, instant coffee, and hot chocolate. And today we'll throw the whey in there as well. Anybody tried that? You know, I think Drew Network a few months ago had said something about whey protein, and then you read some stuff on when you were researching about that might be a good hiker food.
Mm-hmm.
She said, mm-hmm. Between, oh, you were already eating your Pop-Tart?
I wanted to try.
See?
This is raspberry.
Yeah, she eats fruit-filled Pop-Tarts, man. But I eat the, what do I eat? I eat the brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tarts.
Brown sugar!
Currently disconnected asked what the best Pop-Tart is to eat when hiking. It's brown sugar and cinnamon.
Whatever.
Not fruit-filled. Alrighty, then I'm going to throw in a little bit of the instant coffee. Now they want you to put a boatload of this damn whey protein in here. I didn't bring the scoop, you know, but it's a lot what they want you to put in, so probably be about 3 heaping teaspoonfuls for both of us, or a tablespoon, or whatever the heck size spoon this is. Alright, camera girl, come and get it. How's it? It's a good ratio?
I'm feeling stronger.
Look like Popeye. Dun, 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 dun. We'll be able to kick the scrawny kids on the beach. Hey Buck, what do you think of the whey protein in your Pop-Tarts?
Well, you know the Pop-Tart part is good. Hey, who is it that said we shouldn't eat Pop-Tarts? We got a comment on the Pop-Tarts on Charlie Bunyan. God, I can't think of.
Yes. I don't have it
said-
right here.
They said that we should eat
Nuts.
nuts.
Another good protein, and they are right.
We eat lots of nuts.
We eat lots of nuts, but they're right. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. So now we got whey protein.
I can't give up Pop-Tarts, man. This is like one of my favorite parts of the day, is having a little hot beverage and Pop-Tart, man.
You think you're going to turn into Popeye now?
Maybe not the most nutritionally sound. Am I crowding you? Why'd you stop?
Where you going, Buck?
Huh? I'm going this way. Let's go this way.
Sounds like a plan. Why'd you let the gnats come in, Buck?
Huh?
Why'd you let the gnats come in? I thought this was a private party.
It's a Dairy Queen sign. Pretty sure. Come on. Alright, as far as I can run.
Yeah.
Whew. Kinda hazy today. But I think we're looking for a spring so that we can water up and sit down and take a break. How's that sound, Buttercup? What's up? Well, there's a discount Tennessee Stonehenge over there.
Here's the discount Tennessee sundial.
The discount Tennessee sundial. There you go. Well, there's Irwin down there where we had breakfast yesterday. Right here on the top of Beauty Spot now. And camera girl ain't fooling around. She's looking for water and a spot where we can sit down and have some good old gorp. The gnats are a little enthusiastic here, aren't they? Gnats love gorp and human flesh.
I feel like pigpen.
I'm sure you'll smell like pigpen in a couple of days, although we're kind of fresh right now, aren't we?
A couple of days.
Well, we're going up over Unica Mountain now, which is a beautiful piece of trail because of the pine trees grow so thick here. There's pine needles everywhere. You know, not a lot of undergrowth. So it sort of reminds me of the Lon Chaney's The Wolf Man, you know. How quiet it is. No birds, no bugs, nothing. Just kind of eerie. Ooh. Ooh. That sounded like somebody with a indigestion.
Looks like a chia pet.
Chia pet.
So Buck, this is how you remembered Unica Mountain?
Mm-hmm.
Without the undergrowth?
Yep.
You said it was spooky at night, huh?
Yeah. Like this morning, you know, we're hiking through a forest, you know, thick forest, and then we're hiking over an open meadow, and then now we're hiking in this beautiful piece of forest, you know, with almost no undergrowth. Just a lot of moss and boulders. Super pretty. Alrighty, there's the Appalachian Trail, and there's a big ass rattlesnake. I don't know, he's got a nice little rattle on him, but I don't know why he didn't want to use it. I don't know, he's about 4 feet long, maybe.
His head's facing the trail.
Yeah, he's got a black old head, scary looking.
Pretty.
Yeah, golly, he's about as big around as my forearm.
Oh,
I don't know if you can tell him. You don't think so? Come over here and look at that. I mean, that ain't how big he is. I'm sure he's puffed up. You look at that. Look how big that is.
He might be as big as my forearm.
As big as your forearm. Look at your forearm and my forearm.
Look at that. See, yours is bigger.
Man, I can't tell. I got this thing zoomed in. But anyway.
But he's not doing anything.
No. And he didn't rattle at all.
But he's facing the trail.
And I was like,
don't like that
you
idea.
see where that rock is right there?
Mm-hmm.
I was like right there. Looked down and man,
Oh, he's awake.
I leaped back.
There he goes.
I don't know what his doohickey was. But he wasn't interested in making any kind of noise for me.
He might have been asleep.
Huh? Well, I don't know. He was kind of coiled up the way he is. You telling me that dang snake ain't as big as my forearm? Look at that, man.
He's a good size.
You're crazier than a bedbug. Shoot, I said he was 4 feet. How long do you think he is?
That's about right. It might be 3.5, 4. Yeah.
Oh, you are insane in the membrane.
Buck. 3 feet is a yardstick. I'm used to seeing that with Mama's sewing, so I'm just saying.
3 feet is a yardstick. You don't think you could lay a yardstick and a ruler? I bet he's longer than that. You go over there and lay down beside him.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Look at him. He ain't worried about us, is he?
No. You see where his head is at that rock?
Yeah.
His head is at the tip of that rock, and his tail was at that little rock. So we'll
do a scientific test.
Yeah, we will do a scientific test.
Well, he just ain't worried about us. He's like,
I don't think
I guess I'll move along.
This camera ain't gonna show how big he is.
He's a good size.
Yeah. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Look at that. There you go. Now he's rattling.
Now he's rattling. He's also not happy.
Yeah. Well, we ain't doing nothing. He must have just ate or something. He's moving like I was moving the other night after we finished that damn spaghetti dinner.
That could be.
Golly.
I don't see a big lump, so he must have digested whatever it was.
Well, he might have ate another snake, you know.
Whatever.
I don't know.
Wow, he's beautiful.
Beautiful. Oh. You and I got different ideas of what beautiful is, I'll tell you that.
Beautiful can be deadly.
Beautiful can be deadly, yeah. You sound like a Mickey Spillane novel. Yeah, well, you know.
What does that mean when they have the bead at the end? There rattles, and then there's the bead that's supposed to tell you something different about their age, and now I can't remember. I thought so.
I think it means that they have at least one confirmed human kill if they have a bead.
It's like a teardrop on somebody's face.
Exactly. Oh, man. Now, look at him.
He's beautiful.
Now, you see his head is almost to the other side of that boulder? And his tail ain't even there. His head's going over that stick, and his tail isn't even up on that rock yet.
All I'm saying, Buck, is he's about 3 feet.
You think he's 3 feet? I'm telling you what. Once he's gone, you're gonna go over there, and you're gonna lay your head.
No, I'm not. There could be a snake underneath that rock.
Oh Lord, not with him around.
Wow. Good eye, Buck.
Good eye, boy. I tell you what, a blind person could have seen him. Now why? Okay, I ain't doing nothing. Why is he stopping?
Because he felt the vibrations of you getting closer to him.
Is that a fat joke?
No.
You saying I shake the earth when I walk?
Saying either of us would.
Yeah.
He's waiting to see what we're going to do. It's like, all right, do I need to
Well,
come
he'll
back
be
down?
waiting a long time for me to do something.
He's like,
You need to go up there, and if you hold on to his tail and pull him back fast, then that'll straighten him out, and we'll have a better idea how long he is.
Let me do that right now.
Okay. Well, he didn't do nothing, did
he just dropped it.
he? I don't know. You're like a little kid, man. Do not play around with this snake.
I'm not playing around with him. I'm trying to get you to
You
come
know,
back here.
snakes can travel like 80 miles an hour or something.
Oh my.
I'm pretty sure I read that on a
Where
bubble
this
gum
part
wrapper.
comes in.
That snake's head was about where your heel is, and she's going to count off the footsteps to that. So you think it's...
So it's 5 and maybe a little bit. And he wasn't 100% straight. But
No, he wasn't straight. He was still wiggled up.
oh my
I can hardly
Lord.
do the damn splits the distance.
Wait. Hold on.
You got that?
Oh my God.
He was like the length of that, but he was still wiggled up. So he'd have probably, you could have pulled him out another half a foot or something.
You a little fixated now, bud?
I'm just saying, you were acting like he was a dang tadpole, and I'm telling you he was
I
like
didn't
the Loch
say
Ness
he was
monster.
a tadpole, but he ain't no anaconda either.
He was a beginning stage anaconda.
But the black head and the black tail, ooh.
Kind of spooky looking.
He's beautiful.
Man,
though.
I don't know why he didn't rattle.
I'm telling it's either like you say he was full or he was asleep.
He was lazy. He was a lazy snake.
Whatever.
I can't abide a lazy snake. Okay, you said it was, well, you counted off 5 paces between,
Yes, Buck.
so let's establish that snake was bigger than 5 paces. That's my big walking sticks. There's 2, 3, 4, 5.
So he's longer than your stick.
He was longer than my stick.
And your stick?
And my stick, he was longer than my stick. He will not even stretch out, and my stick is actually higher than my man teeth.
And how tall are you, Buck?
I'm about 7'4".
5'11". And that's what, another 14 inches from...
Huh? All I'm saying is that snake could have jumped up and bit my lip if he wanted to.
like a fourth of the distance.
What? Say that again? Come on, this is science.
It's not science. I haven't looked it up. Some people say that they can strike a fourth of the distance.
What does it look like when they strike?
Their length.
This is a cobra.
And then there are other people who say they can actually strike the entire distance of their length. Length of the distance.
Yeah. Well, that snake we just saw was about
according to you, 7
the
foot.
size of a Volkswagen, a small, like
Oh
a
my
69 Beetle or something.
Buck, you're a little obsessed.
I'm a little scared. You know, now I wish we hadn't seen that, because I hate snakes and spiders, and now I'm hiking. Every damn stick I see looks like a snake. All right, what you got there, camera girl?
A mocha with some
mocha.
extra vitamins and whey protein.
And that's our second protein drink of the day. We already got in 9 miles, and about 9 miles by what time? By about 12:40.
And slave driver, Buck, says more.
But we camped last night, or we spent last night in Cherry Gap Shelter with a fella. Man, it was a chilly night. I had all my clothes on. And now we're at Clyde Smith Shelter, 9 miles into the day, contemplating another 7 miles up Roan Mountain, which is going to require some enthusiasm on our part. So that's why we're having we had some peanut butter granola bars for lunch, and now we're having a little protein shake to see if that inspires us to get to the top, man. Because once we start to the top, you know, we kind of have to go. And the weather's looking a little iffy. We've actually had a couple of good days of weather, but I don't know. Can't really tell, but it's kind of gray and mucky feeling. Are we going to risk it? Are we going to risk the Roan Mountain run? Hell yeah. I don't know. Famous last words. Well, here we are at the bottom of Roan Mountain. It's starting to sprinkle a little bit. Got our pack covers on, and we got about a 4-mile climb up to the top. Is that a good idea, camera girl? Big thumbs up. I don't know if you can hear the rain. Thunder's been rumbling. There's some clear sky off in the distance though, so who knows what's going to happen. I've never been to the top of Roan Mountain when it wasn't cold and misty, so I don't know what the hell it would look like if it wasn't.
So you brought this on us.
Oh, it's our bad karma. But anyway, I need to put this up. It's coming down a little harder now. But maybe we'll get to the top. Maybe we'll get halfway to the top. Camera girl is indifferent. Camera girl's kicking butt up Roan Mountain, and I'm kind of dragging butt. But I think we're gonna make it. I think today might end up being our longest day. Ooh. We'll have to let camera girl do the calculations on her spreadsheet at the end of the day's hike. Well, it's about 6:30, and I think this is as clear as it's ever been on Roan Mountain that I've ever been up here. Oop. Hey, there's a semi campsite over there. What about over there? Oh, what's that up there? It's a rabbit, isn't it?
Yeah, cottontail.
Yeah. So we've seen a rabbit today and a flock of turkeys and a few deer. Oh, climbed a big ass mountain here at the end of the day. We had a little bit of rain when we first started up, kind of a shower, didn't amount to much. Oh, let's see. What you guys need to do is imagine the luxurious Cloudland Hotel.
Oh my God, it really was here?
Yeah, was it?
Interesting.
It's too bad it's not here right now.
North Carolina state line. Yeah, how come it's not here now?
I would like to imagine the luxurious
Yes.
Cloudland Hotel right now.
Relaxed in rockers on the wide porches. They kicked up their heels. Oh, on the dance floor.
Alrighty,
No.
alrighty. We ain't kicking up our heels tonight.
All
So
this for $2 a day.
we gotta find a place to tent out tonight. I don't know, man. Let's come over here and look at the remnants of the luxurious Cloudland Hotel. Now the parking lot's down over there. We'll swing around and go over there. Yes, parking lot. Some people have enough sense to drive to the top of Roan Mountain.
We need cobbled!
Yeah. Will it be unlocked? Dun dun dun! Oh yeah. The best part about the top of Roan Mountain is the machine that makes water. This is the Roan Mountain that I remember. This is how it usually looks. This is about, what is it? Just 15 minutes after the last time we took a video up here. Just got our water. Now it's covered in mist and it's cold as his zizzle. Ready to go crawl in the tent?
Well, Buck, we love Roan Mountain so much we just couldn't leave it, could we?
Well, we'll get up early in the morning and leave it. We'll be a little damp, I'm sure. Today is a 3 aspirin day.
It's also the longest hike we've had thus far.
Even longer. We hiked down to a Roan Mountain shelter, which is the highest shelter on the AT at 6,100 feet, and we're right around 6,100 feet here. But there were people down there, and it's kind of late to get into a shelter, I think. Plus, it's a dark hole, and we're antisocial this evening, or I am. We might freeze our butt up here tonight. Man, look how beautiful that is. The mist coming in. Oh, the mist.
Oh, yeah. We'll have a perfect spot.
Huh?
Yep, we have a perfect spot.
As long as it ain't too windy, we're in a perfect spot.
Oh, but the sky is beautiful. We'll take what we can get. Go Buck, go Buck. Once that tent is up, we can get warm.
Yeah, it'll be warmer in our tent tonight than in the shelter for sure. A red sky at morning, let there be warning. Red sky at night, everything's aight, something like that. I don't think this camera's gonna do justice to just how blood red that sun is. We're almost there.
Here's how Buck sleep. It's cold outside.
Why are you talking?
That's right. Look right here. Can barely. Ah! It's not a gnome. That's Buck.
You ready for hot chocolate and coffee?
Woohoo! And some whey protein.
Yeah. Alright, we plugged the whey protein enough. You know it's going to be very cold when I unzip that tent.
I must go out to take care of nature's business anyway.
Dun dun dun.
Are you warm in your little headdress?
I'm semi-warm right now.
Semi-warm? We gotta get you a new sleeping bag.
No, I just gotta get some long johns pretty soon. Plus, we're pretty high. So.
Okay. You look very cute in your little headdress. Looks sort of like you have curlers in your hair. And now get to cooking our breakfast. Thanks to Buck's camping experience, we had a pretty dry evening.
Pretty dry?
No, it was dry inside the tent.
Inside the tent. Man, this tent is soaked this morning.
Yeah, the mist is coming in again. No, you had the right ideas. I wanted to leave a couple things outside the tent and you're like, they're gonna be soaked.
Yeah, well, you know, camped on this kind of grass, you know, and up here in this mist, you know, being wet was a foregone conclusion, but we did stay reasonably dry in the tent. And it was a lot warmer than if we'd have stayed in the shelter for sure.
Yeah. I'm trying to convince Buck he needs another sleeping bag now, but he is being obstinate. He was, ooh, oh, they can't really see it on the film, too bad. The mist is coming over.
It's going to get a lot warmer. Drew Network said it's going to get warmer before it gets colder.
I was warm.
And if the president of the network doesn't know, then who the hell knows?
You need a new sleeping bag. I'm going to order it and you're going to use it. Bye, mummy head. Cute butt.
Can't hardly even see anything this morning. Is it wet enough for you, dude?
Beautiful. That's my word for this trip.
Oh. Oh. The bad thing about holding the camera. I said the bad thing about holding the camera while I'm hiking is I can't use my sticks. Yep. Ooh. So you got these wet rocks in the morning, man. These rocks are just looking for the backside of your butt, man. Oh, there's a chimney. We passed it last night when we went up here close to Roan Mountain shelter. We didn't actually go to the shelter because, you know, I just smelled the campfire and knew there were folks up there, and it was already like 7:30. And I didn't want to stay in a shelter anyway because I knew it was going to be colder than an ice cream. Trying not to say a witch's tit. I know this hyco-vision can be very nauseating, I'm sure. But it is probably, it's a little after 9 o'clock now. Took us a while to break camp because the tent was soaked inside and out because we were camped on some long grass, and plus, you know, with the mist coming over all night, pretty much ensured dampness. But we should be going over some nice balds today. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear that wind. It sounds very nice. It probably doesn't sound very nice on this camera. Hopefully it doesn't sound like... Alrighty, this is the Roan High Knob shelter where we didn't stay last night. We were camped about 7/10 of a mile from here. But it's an enclosed cabin. Pretty dark in here. There's a loft upstairs. And I don't know, we got water out of the bathroom down the parking lot. You could get water here or whiskey. But we're primarily vodka drinkers. Whew, that's somebody's breakfast right there.
This looks like E.T. escaped, where E.T. escaped.
Does it?
It's very peaceful. Man must conquer rock. He must go on top of the rock.
Ooh. It's pretty up here.
It's very pretty.
It's quiet except for the wind. One little lone bird.
This is one of those places that you really need all your senses to experience it. Yeah, I could spend days up here.
Days? I could spend maybe a half hour. Maybe.
Short attention span bug.
Alrighty, we've come down from there this morning. And now we're on our way up, I don't know what the name of this bald is. But this is a very popular area. It's kind of a parking lot down there full of cars. Haven't seen a lot of people yet. They're probably all up top. This trail looks like the Department of Transportation works on this trail. Whew. There's barbed wire right there to keep out the riffraff. But we managed to go under. What in the hell is that? What the hell is that big bright ball in the sky? I never seen that before. This is my art shot. You can walk through my shot. You can walk through my shot anytime. Here, come here, let's get us together in the video. We don't have us together in the video much. That's us together in the video.
You smell good. You smell like honey mustard pretzels.
Honey mustard pretzels, yep. Yeah, back in the old days, that would mean I'd have to brush my teeth, but out here it just means you smell good.
Yeah, second breakfast.
Second breakfast. Alrighty, you can reclaim this camera. Alrighty, we're still up here on the big ball. But anyway, we got a signal up here, and I got a message from my family. And I'm going to have to go home to do some family stuff for a little bit. So this might be the terminating spot of our hike this year. Today I think is day 60. And I think we're, I don't know, maybe 380 miles on the AT, so pretty much 390 miles into the hike. And I think this sounds like it might be the finito of the hike. So sorry, Kooky Moose, Drew Network, Wild Bill 1911, anyone. I'm not sorry, because I mean, we'll probably be up in the DC area before too long. But I don't know if we'll be hiking here this year. I guess that means I got some Chef Buck videos in my future. There's a camera girl down the hill there. Looks like she's picking some kind of berry or something. Blueberries, she thinks. She thinks it's blueberries, huckleberries, who knows what kind of berries. We'll probably be going to the damn emergency room later to have her stomach pumped. You want me to eat some antioxidants? You sure? How can you tell?
The Boy Scouts told me that
The Boy Scouts told you they're blueberries.
And then I went to investigate.
So basically a bunch of 8 and 10-year-olds told you to eat this.
Hold on. You don't have to have the stem.
Alrighty. I already made a little short video clip about this maybe being the end of the hike for a while. Was the hike
Amazing. I've already learned some things, even though I'm hard-headed. Good. What about you, Buck?
It's been a good trip. You know, you've been a really good hiking partner. I was asking if you were excited about the prospect of hitchhiking to the bus station. You still going?
The laying of the sticks.
Huh?
Yes, Buck, it is.
Take choice 3? Alright. We'll just leave them right there.
We are at Carver's Gap.
Okay. What are we? We're semi-cleaned up.
Yeah. That says welcome to North Carolina, that sign. You may not can see it.
But we're going to Tennessee.
We're going to Johnson City. We're going to Johnson City.
If you don't have room, we don't want to inconvenience anybody. Are you guys going to Johnson City?
We're going that way.
We're going that way. We're going that way. We'll get you more that way than you are now.
That'd be great.
Do you have any room in your trunk? Yeah. Okay.
That'd be great.
I don't know. It's a dog of a way to get around.